Hello again, it's me, Lee Benson, reading No Naked Walls. And this is chapter Wishy Washy Blue, which is 37. Have you ever looked at a woman's hand and found it difficult to count the number of diamonds on her fingers? No? Well, let me tell you. There's a woman in her 50s in a full-length fur coat. "Good morning, are you the owner of this establishment?" "I am indeed. And a very good morning to you too." It seems like the right way of answering. She glides over to the desk and sits down. Her seam stockings flirt as her coat and dress fall away, and she crosses and uncrosses her legs. A mighty fine pair of pins they are too. Most distracting. "I have a problem and I need some advice." "May I offer you a drink? Fresh coffee or fruit tea perhaps?" Why am I talking in this manner? Because she started it. "My uncle's left me a folder of paintings and I have no idea what to do with them." "May I take a look?" I ask. She opened her large leather bag. I can see the mulberry emblem by the handle. And from it she produces a red ribbon folder and placed it on the desktop. "Here you are. Tell me what you think." I open the folder carefully, exposing several tissue-covered watercolours. To my surprise, they're all by a very well-known deceased artist. "Do you know who these are by?" I ask. "No idea. I collect jewellery," as if I hadn't noticed. "How does she keep her wrists so straight? I simply have no inclination to put artwork on the walls. They ruin the wallpaper," she said. Good grief. I've heard many reasons for not hanging a painting before, but this one gets first prize. "Well, miss, I'm afraid I don't recall your name." "I haven't told you yet. It's Maeve Denninger, and it's Mrs." I do love being put in place, especially my own gallery. Smile, and we'll start again. Opening the tissue carefully, I expose a painting worth in excess of £25,000. Well, the last one fetched that much at auction, and here there are 12 of them, all at least as good. Not my style, though, and certainly not what I'd sell in the gallery. This artist has been well published over the last 60 years, and it looks like some of these are originals, and they've never seen daylight. I'm intrigued. My uncle told me he purchased them direct from the artist and then forgot all about them. They sat collecting dust on the top of his wardrobe. He offered them to me as a present 2 weeks ago, and sadly he dropped down dead last week of a massive heart attack. "Do you actually own these then?" My eyebrows are raised, waiting for the answer. "Well, technically yes, but the funeral's next week and then the will has to be read." It's beginning to sound a bit too good to be true. My radar's spinning and lights are flashing in my head. Gut feeling, natural instincts, call it what you will, it's pushing me to believe that these might be stolen. Fortunately, there's an amazing website that one can use to check if works of art have been nicked. Let's check some prices for you. I walk over to the computer and type in the code to bring up the private site. Yes, the first is certainly stolen. There's an image of the print with the word "stolen" emblazoned in red across it, and the rest of the paintings in the folder are mentioned too. Taken from the publishers, no less. I look up, facing a pointed gun levelled at my nose. Take a deep breath. I don't believe you need to shoot me today, or any day." "You will do as you're told." You have my undivided attention. Where are my staff when I need them? I'm alone with a well-dressed, gun-wielding female thief, and a maniac to boot. I think this is where a TV commercial break would be most welcome. I repeat, why would you want to shoot me? "'Cause you're a man in a man's world, and you bastards treat us female artists as secondary citizens and inferior to you bastard men." All right, I get it, but you do hold a gun to my head and giving a distinct advantage to this situation. I try to smile and diffuse this dangerous place. My insides reverberate, screaming with the thought that I'm going to die. Question. "Do you think I should represent your art in this gallery?" She stands up, walking round with a gun aimlessly pointing at the ceiling. She turns and spits out, "How the fuck should I know? You know everything and you're refusing to answer my requests." Listen, I'm really sorry you feel this way, but my approach is simple. Make an appointment and I see you at a mutually convenient time. "Screw that," she says. "Now's the time and I want to be here in your gallery. I'm the best artist you will ever know." Seriously, she's the most deranged artist that ever walked through my door, and I mean ever. "I think we're getting off to a wrong foot here," she says, tossing back a hair. "I really am an amazing artist, and I can be ever so nice and obliging." Well, I'd be most obliged if you stopped wielding and pointing that gun of yours. Ha! Fooled you. It has the safety catch on. Watch. She squeezes the trigger. There's an enormous bang and part of the ceiling comes down with dust everywhere. My ears are ringing and my heart is actually beating outside my body. What the Isn't life fun? It's the same with sex, don't you think? Fast, loud and dangerous. No, I don't. To my considerable relief, the sound of the shot attracts the attentions of the passing police patrol. 2 officers, no less, pushing open the door. Everything all right, sir? Oh, we're just having some fun, aren't we, darling? Can't they see from my pleading expression that I'm at the mercy of a mad woman here? We heard a noise and sounded like gunfire coming from in here. Oh, not at all, officers. Darling, put the kettle on for these fine gentlemen, won't you? I'm totally not in control of my own life. Help. One officer appears to have a I don't believe you look on his face, so I mouth a warning at him. She has a gun. Help. She's mad. I didn't quite catch that, sir. Would you like tea or coffee? I speak deliberately slow and nod in a negating way. Are you all right, sir? Something wrong with your neck? Maeve is holding the gun out again. He's fine, you bastard. She aims at the second police officer. He says calmly to his colleague, It was gunfire we heard. See, I told you so. He slowly crosses to Miss Denninger and in an act of casual bravery pushes her with his flattened hand hard enough to knock her over. She falls against the glass bowl, sending it flying across the room, and it shatters into far too many pieces to count, and she drops the pistol as she goes down. He picks up the gun with a handkerchief and sniffs the barrel. Freshly smoking, I'd say. Is it yours, sir? Lover's tiff? Are we being a naughty boy? Are you okay, miss? I'm fine, she says, but he won't let me exhibit it, and he's vile and vicious, and I want him arrested, officer. I can't believe this is happening at all. No, I shout back. She's walked into my gallery and all hell's broken loose. She's mad and she just tried to shoot me. Belinda appears from nowhere. About bloody time. I heard a noise, boss. Is everything all right? Who's she? Says Maeve. I've not met her before. Is she your little bit on the side then, you bastard? How could you do this to me? She spins round and sets off for the entrance. Not so fast, miss. First officer's beginning to put his cogs into gear. I think we hear some whirring going on. Do you work here, sir? Yes, I do. Do you work here, ma'am? The officer means Belinda. Yeah. Do you work here, madam? He points at Maeve. She shouts back, I just want to exhibit my paintings. I'm an amazing artist and they won't show my work. Arrest them, officers, now. The penny drops. The second officer grabs her arm, fairly gently. Would you like to come with us, my dear, and we can file a complaint? Let's go together. He walks Maeve Denninger out of the gallery and miraculously into a waiting police car parked outside. It looks like she's on the loose again, sir. Such a shame. Some people should be locked up, not medicated, in my opinion. Did I hear correctly? My ears were still ringing from the gunshot. I think I've just been presumed innocent until proven guilty. The officer continues unfazed. May I take a few details, sir? Is this your gun? No, officer, it's hers. I only met it for the first time today whilst I was attached to that woman. Which hospital has she escaped from? They don't escape, you know. It's care in the community. After all, they do have rights, you know. He turns, flips his small black notebook closed and walks over to the gallery without even a by your leave or even handing over the usual business card in case I remember anything else. There's only one word that springs to mind and I'm too polite to use it. Belinda collects up a bundle of papers from the floor and presents them to me. What'll we do with these wishy-washy watercolours? I'm not doing anything, I say. They're in your hand, and I say, well volunteered. They're all yours, every bloody last piece of wishy-washy paper. I need a bloody large drink, or a holiday. You deal with them. Bloody hell. Nearly got shot in my own gallery. Oh dear, are we having a bad day then, says Charlie, bringing forth a large Rioja. Her entry is perfectly timed, unlike being shot in the ceiling, which isn't a tax-deductible expense. Today is not a perfect day, whatever Mr. Lou Reed might have to sing on the subject. Thank you.